Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Chevy Boy back on the channel, and we are back yet again on Pixel Car Racer, but now it's a little bit different. So, the other day, actually, no, about a week ago, somebody big in the YouTube car community / racing video game scene, which I am attempting to be a part of, he did a build on. Let's go through here. He did a build on, what car was it? Not this one. Closer. Not that. He did a build on this. The 55 Chevy. You guys may know him as the Slaptrain. Well, you know what? The way he did this build is, I don't know. You know what? In my opinion, he didn't do this car justice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the 32 Highboy. I mean, I know I had fun with it while it lasted, but I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to do this car the justice that he couldn't. You may be wondering, you may be asking yourself, or asking me, why in the world do I feel like he did not do the car justice? I'll tell you. What he did was, he took the car, he bought it, threw a drag kit on it, which is fine. No big deal. I mean, the drag kit's fine. Problem is he took the drag kit and completely, just like he maxed it out. You know what? I'm gonna go Bel Air here as well. Oh, B, Bel Air. But no, the way he did it, he max built the car. He didn't put any personality into it. And that, I think, is what hurts me the most, is that he didn't put any personality into it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this 55 Chevy, and I'm going to go through the body kits and see what there are. Because what he did was he basically just threw the drag kit on it, called it good. And he didn't really touch on exactly, I don't know, what I'm trying to say is he didn't do anything beyond throw a random body kit on it, call it good. Sorry, I'm watching The Punisher on Netflix right now. The end of the first season. I think I'm on episode 11. But yeah, no, I don't know. He didn't do the car justice, in my opinion. He just maxed it out, didn't go into any detail about like why he liked the car or whatever. He just threw parts on it, called it good, and that was it. So that just de-chromes it, which is fine, but I don't like that. That's kind of a goofy look. That like smooths everything out, which is fine. I mean, whatever. This is a 56 Chevy. That basically does the same thing as the other kit. I wonder if they have a 57 Chevy shell for it. They don't. Darn, that sucks. Okay, well, you know what? No, I think I'm going to keep the 55 Chevy just because the 56... I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I like the 56 Chevy, but that's what he did to the car, and I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. No, yeah, the Fortune body kit turns it into a 56 Chevy. You guys might be wondering what's the difference. Really, mechanically speaking, there was no difference except for the body panels, really. And, some, like, the tail lights and the headlights and stuff, so... What in the name of God? Okay, that removes the hood ornament. That gives it that drag car look that he put on it, which I'm not going to do. What is that? Okay, that just takes the hood ornament off and part of the grille. I don't know what that does. That does something. I'm not sure what that does. Tuner front end. That puts a stupid spoiler, or a stupid lip on it. That puts a goofy body-colored front bumper on it. Yeah. Same kit. And this just puts a front chin splitter on it. Not going to do that. So basically what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to keep the car looking stock. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and I'm going to see if I can make this look like a true Bel Air. You guys might be wondering, what do you mean by make it look like a true Bel Air? I will show you. Because these cars... Yeah, see? No, look at that. The white and the blue looks fine. Which I like. I do like that. So I'm going to keep that. Okay? I'm going to keep this. Then what I think I'm going to do... Because that looks good. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I genuinely think that looks good. And it's pretty on par with it. I mean, you know, I don't know. Some people might think it looks understated or ugly. You know, just kind of, what the heck? That's dumb. Okay. But now, yeah, no. Some people might just look at it and be like, oh, you know, that's cliche, whatever. No, I think I'm gonna put the red cage in it. Yeah, I'm putting the red cage in it, and I think I got that from a crate. So, yeah. And as far as a wing goes, I don't think I'm gonna put a wing on this. I think I'm just gonna do a street build. Street wing. What does the street wing look like? That looks ugly. The drag spoiler, no. Stock spoiler, I didn't have one, which is fine. I think this is it. So basically what I'm going to do, and again, part of the reason, like, the reason why I just didn't like his build was, you know, he didn't put any character in it. Like, he didn't talk about, like, the fact that this engine that's in it is the original 265 cubic inch Chevy V8. And this is the original Chevy V8, mind you. This car, little bit of history lesson. Okay, so the Corvette came out in 1953. This came out in 55. If the engine in this car, which is a 4.3 liter V8 or a 265 cubic inch V8, for those of you, you know, that speak cubic inches like I do, basically without this engine, without this 4.3, the Corvette would not exist. The Corvette would not exist because the Corvette came out in 1953. Chevrolet did not have a V8 engine to put in the car, and it was slow. And for 2 years, it was behind Ford. You know, this was Chevrolet's sports car, but it didn't have the power plant. But as soon as, you know, Chevrolet came out with this car in 1955, the Corvette that we know today was able to become a thing, was able to evolve and progress. So without this car, the Corvette would not exist. I don't think the Camaro would exist. You know, all of these cars that I love would not exist. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? But no, I can't remember what wheels he put on his car. They were something stupid, but I think they were these. Yeah, they were like these. Which, I mean, these are fine. You know, the 427 alloys. I mean, they're whatever. You know, they're fine. I don't think I'm putting those on. I think I'm putting the mag wheels on that I had on. I need to get rid of some of these. I think I'm gonna put the mag wheels on that I had on the 32 Ford. Oh, and by the way, you might have caught the fact that there were those fan style wheels on the DeLorean. That was because I watched Ready Player One last night, and that was actually a really good movie. I watched that for the first time. That was a great film. These USA Racing wheels are way too big. Those look slightly smaller, but not small enough. Those look about the right size. Please tell me someone's not calling me. Okay, I was like, that's not okay. Now I'm putting these mag wheels on it. I'm putting the mag wheels on. Just because I think it sets it off. I'm gonna put, I think, a 2-inch drop on it, maybe. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put a 2-inch drop on it. Because I could put a 1-inch. I think I'm putting a 2-inch on it. And for some reason, you know, the suspension dropping it actually helps the top speed. I think it's for aerodynamic purposes, you know. So, no, and then for tires, I am going to go I think with the idlers, with those like red line style tires, you know, even though the white walls would be pretty rad looking, you know, the used white walls in this thing, I don't know, I might use those too. Actually, take that back. I don't know what tires I want to use on this. I might just go buy another set of white walls because I can. I might. You know what? Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna use a set of white walls, but I'm gonna use the big ones because the skinny ones are fine, but they're just not up to par with this thing. No, this is gonna be a true hot rod, true, you know, 55 Chevy hot rod, not the pseudo 56 Chevy that bonehead, you know, he built. So, but no, and then we're gonna baseline this thing. I mean, yeah, you guys are probably like, what do you mean you're gonna baseline it now? Like after you've thrown that on there? What are you doing? Well, I tell you that I'm gonna do it like this. So that dull blue, I wonder what that does. I wonder what that's gonna look like. That actually doesn't look that bad. That's really cool looking. Like, look at that, you guys. That looks really cool. So, silent gray, what does that look like? That looks okay too. I mean, see, this car really suits any color, if I'm honest. Like, that worn red looks good. That dull green, that's like a British racing green. That looks great. Gunmetal, the burgundy, the midnight purple looks good. Yeah, no, look at that burgundy. Looks great. The gunmetal kind of reminds me of, if you guys have watched season 1 of Daredevil on Netflix, you'll remember Stick. His car was a 55 Chevy that he drove in season 2. That red looks great, but I mean, everybody's going to go for their red, so. The black looks really sinister too. Charcoal looks great. I think I'm going to go for the primer, actually. Yeah, I'm going for the primer. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I could go with the racing green, or like the dull green, because the racing green looks fine, but yeah, no, I'm going with the dull green. I don't care. I'm going with the dull green, just because I like the way it looks, and the white contrasts it perfectly with the white walls and everything. So, now what we're going to do now is we're going to take this, we're going to put it on the dyno, and see actually how much power it makes. It's probably not going to make over like 150. There's no way. If this thing does over 150, I will be very surprised. Oh my god, 168 and 122 pound-feet of torque. It is not bad. So no, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the drag strip. Yes, I know I put tires on it, so technically speaking, it's not exactly how it should be. And I mean, the transmission's a 6-speed, whereas, you know, normally I think you could only get like a Power Glide or a 3-speed. Power Glide is a 2-speed automatic, for those of you who don't know. Is it a Beamer? That looks like a Beamer. You're gonna get eaten by a 55 Chevy. No, and I have a special engine swap that I have in mind for this car, by the way. This 55 Chevy is putting work in. 13-second quarter mile, not bad. What was the trap speed? 106? That's not horrible. 13's at 106. That is not bad at all, actually. No, and if you guys actually look on my channel right now, as far as I know, I looked at it last night. I have 666 subscribers. Like, how does that work? I mean, I know how it works, but like, that's a little bit creepy. You know? It's wrapping off the rev limiter at 7,500 RPM. Which you shouldn't do it. It should only go up to like 5 grand, but yeah. S15, eat my 55 Chevy. I'm faster than you. Now you guys might be wondering, wait a minute. 4.3, if you guys know Chevrolet engines at all, you might be wondering, wait a minute, that's the same size as a 4.3 liter V6 from like a Chevy S10, which is what was in the Rodson, the Roadkill Rodson, before they Turbo 5.0 swapped it. Well, before they 5 liter swapped it out of a Fox body Mustang. You'd be right, actually, and in that case, the 4.3 liter, the 265 Was it 22? Yeah, crap. I gotta go back and do it. Hold on. I'm gonna go back and do it again. Because I didn't see it. Because I wasn't paying attention. But no, the 4.3 liter V6 in the Rotson actually is the same size as this V8, but it's the 5.7 out of my Camaro with cylinders number 7 and 8 chopped off, basically. Or 8 and 4, excuse me, because I think it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 on the driver's side, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 4 and 8. You know, it's the last 2 cylinders ripped off, which is kind of odd. Like, really? You know, I always found that kind of weird that the V6 and the S10 was just a 350 with the last 2 cylinders chopped off. But I genuinely like how this car looks. Oh, sweet. No, and I gotta show you something that I got out of the crate. So 125 in 21 seconds, not bad. But I'm gonna open this crate. 10 grand in cash. Actually, I think that pays for the car. I just paid for the car. Okay. But yeah, no, Slaptrain, dude, really, like, you have no class, man. I mean, I know you probably don't care, and you know, if any of your fans actually see this, or my fans for that matter, they're gonna be like, wait, what? Like, why are you talking about this guy? You know, you already did a rant video hating on him. You know, why are you going out of your way to hate on him again? Because he's a pile of sellout garbage. I mean, that's just my opinion. Dude's a sellout. Like, major sellout. I mean, because I won't lie, okay? I used to watch his videos. I used to watch a lot of his Need for Speed Let's Plays. And in actually one of the Need for Speed Let's Plays that he did, it was Most Wanted 2005, he mentioned a big channel in the first-person shooter world known as SS Sniper Wolf. And she's had a lot of controversy thrown her way. But it's just ironic that, you know, a channel like him would promote somebody like her, and then she would have controversy. Like, I mean, she's all about controversy. You know, oh my gosh. And, like, I mean, it makes sense, though, because she's not great. He's not great. You know, he's cringe and only, I mean, you know, the whole thing about, oh, you know, will it drift? Will this drift? Will that drift? Don't care, dude. Drifting is, I mean, I don't know. Drifting is like for 12-year-olds. You know what I mean? Yes, it takes skill, okay? But, I don't know. I mean, like, okay, I have my friend, you know, EK Drifter, Drift Panda, whatever you want to call him. You know, my friend from Scotland, like, he likes drifting, okay? No offense to him. But, I mean, when drifting is the only thing you want to do, screw off. No, go away. No. Screw off, because you lose my respect instantly. Because if you're a one-note character like that, no. I mean, like, he dropped, I believe it was the LT5 into his 55 Chevy. I'm not going to be that cliche. I got this out of a crate. It's an LSX. And if you're wondering what an LSX motor is, look at that engine size. Okay, 7.4 liters. If you convert that to cubic inches, that's a 454 cubic inch big block Chevy. It makes 700 and what, like 62 horse or something? Let's see what it makes on the dyno. Bone stock. 500 horse. But look at the peak horsepower, 5,700 basically. But look at the peak torque. That is literally peak torque at idle, or just above idle. Like, oh my, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, dude. No, what I'm gonna do is, you're probably like, wait, you're not gonna supercharge this, are you? You're right, I'm going to supercharge it. Why? You really can't have a 55 Chevy without a supercharger. I mean, you can, but I don't know. Part of me, I like the look of a 55, you know, a classic 55 Chevy with a giant blower. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put these filters on it. Or maybe, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put on, you know, the gas scoop to make it look, you know, authentic. But I could also put that on there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Mr. Gas Scoop on there. So this is a proper, you know, blown big block Chevy. But to go even further, okay, I'm going to go 5 pounds of boost. Actually, no, I'm going to go 3, or nah, maybe 3 pounds of boost. Just just above C class, basically. I'm going to go above C class, just barely. 800 horsepower. Okay. What, I did 13, 21, and like 33 second in total. So let's see what this does now. 625 horse, and the blower makes the torque go way up. I mean, like, the peak RPM for that is way up. And this is just a built big block Chevy. Like, I'm not building it anymore because I don't have to. You know what I mean? So 625 plus horsepower. Let's see how it puts it to the ground. I mean, because again, you know, Slaptrain, he just... I mean, he has no class. You know, you guys... There are probably people that are going to watch this and be like, what do you mean he has no class? He has no class. He takes every car that he can possibly think of and he drifts it. Like, he even, you know, was doing a flight simulator game the other day. I beat it by about a second and a half. He was doing a flight simulation game or something one day, and one of his followers goes, you know, in the comments, because I looked at like the first maybe minute or two. I paused it and then I went into the comments, and one of them literally was like, "But can it drift?" You're kidding, right? You're not that dense. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was probably a joke, but seriously? No. No. Like, this big block Chevy is way better than anything you could come up with, Slaptrain. Like, this blown, you know, big block 454 in this car, this is what they used to do back in the 60s. Well, actually, not even back in the 60s, back in like the 70s when, you know, the big blocks were becoming more and more prevalent, because back in the 60s, yeah, the big blocks were just starting out, but they were way too expensive. You know, 19. So I gained about 2 seconds off of that. That's not bad. Now I'm almost to 50 million, so... No, dude, yeah. No, you guys... This car is really good. I genuinely like it. Like, I mean, yeah, I just sacrificed low-end torque by throwing a lot of boost at it, but... Whatever, you guys can get mad at me all you want. You know, call me a hater, you know, for not liking his video, even though I watched it all the way through. And, you know, calling him a sellout and a poser and everything. But you know what? He really is. Not gonna lie. You know, you guys call me butthurt if you want. Be like, oh, you know, you're just butthurt because he's got 1.95 million subs and you've only got 666. You know what? No. I'm not butthurt about the fact that he's got more subs. I'm not, you know... I'm more angry with him. 34 seconds flat. Holy cow. I'm more angry with him because of just how one note he is, and it's hard to explain. I mean, you guys are probably like, why are you taking so much time out of this? Why don't you just enjoy the car? I am enjoying the car, I promise. And we're gonna go do a street race to show that I enjoy the car. But yeah, no, I just, like, dude, find some, ooh, a Catfish Camaro, nice. But no, like, dude, come on, seriously, like, why is drifting your only hobby? I mean, you know, I like drag racing, but I also like off-roading, you know? I mean, call me the typical, you know, American or whatever have you, but, I mean, I bet you $100 that off-roading and drag racing are way more fun than drifting. Why? Because yes, okay, it takes skill to drift, but it takes skill to drag race, and it takes skill to off-road. But you also have to be able to build your car. You know, drifting, you just tweak the alignment a little bit, and that seems about it. You know, off-roading and drag racing is a lot more than that. So finally what we're going to do is we're going to go for a top speed run. Wrong button. 157. Okay, let's see if we can get there. 50 million credits, by the way. And oh yeah, I did that all by myself. Like, you know, I didn't have, you know, Furukawa freaking this developer feel sorry for me and give me an account with, you know, 50 million credits or whatever, or 20 million, whatever it was. No, I did this by myself. Like, you are just pathetic. I don't know how else to say it. That's just my opinion, but yeah, no, we're 15, 14, 13, or 145, okay. Almost 150. It's not bad. I think if I had a chip in this and I raised the rev limiter up a little bit, it would be faster. But I want to get the big block Chevy, you know, and all of its stump pulling goodness, so. But again, you know, I apologize for any of you guys that are going to put this on mute because you don't want to hear me trash talk the guy. But, I don't know. The guy just gets under my skin, and he has no class. You know, I feel like he's a sellout. 2 mile an hour lower. Oh, 1 mile an hour off, not bad. You know, he could do a lot better. Like, you know, back in Pro Street and stuff, and Most Wanted even, you know, it was fine. But then, you know, came, yeah, the only reason I got that was because I drafted. So we reached top speed. No, like, the only reason that, say in Pro Street, when he couldn't get his Chevelle to do more than 11 seconds, it's because he didn't put tires on it. I mean, I put tires on my Chevelle, and I've gotten it to go, you know, 6 seconds at least. Actually, no, not 6 seconds. I've gotten it to go mid-10s. You know what I mean? Mid-10s. Well, not even mid-10s. I think the fastest I've gotten my 70 Chevelle SS 454 to go, which is the same engine that's in this thing right now, was, you know, I think the fastest I got it to go was, maybe a mid-9 or like a high 8 or something, or a low 8. You know what I mean? So it was in the 8s. Oh, I've got it in second gear. I was like, what the heck? Why wouldn't it burn out? But yeah, no, the guy just doesn't know how to tune cars. He only knows how to tune them for drifting. He doesn't know how to drag race. You know, which is really dumb. Like, he calls himself, you know, the king or whatever of drifting, and he's you know, amazing at it and whatever have you. No, you're not, dude. Just no. But anyway, no, if you guys did enjoy this, let me know. I know it's been a really long video. But again, if you guys did enjoy this, let me know. If you like what you see, you know, I'm going to start putting up more Demolition Derby 3 content. But in the meantime, if you guys did like this 55 Chevy, leave me your comments. You know, tell me what you think of the whole video. You know, the car, the rant, whatever, even though it was all incoherent and all over the place. But again, if you guys did enjoy this, let me know, and I'll catch you down the road. This is Chevy Boy signing out. Peace, y'all.